Well, streetlights can make one feel safer when walking or even driving at night, but unfortunately they're in short supply along many of our streets. Well, now the Tshwane municipality has launched a streetlight campaign, and Mayor, that's Mr. Randall Williams, speaks to us now from the capital. Thank you so much, Honourable Mayor, for your time, and good morning to you. Before we get into your campaign, who's to blame for the lack of maintenance of these streetlights?
Good morning to you. Well, all I can say is when we came back into office on the 1st of November, we determined that only 35% of the 246,000 streetlights were working in the city of Tshwane. Well, and it's a known fact that the administrators were in office for a period of 8 months. And before that, we made good progress in having a high percentage of streetlights working before that. So we were basically back where we were in 2016.
And with that being said, it gives an indication that some of the complaints from community members they were not followed through. It seems that there was just no plan of action just in terms of attending to them in time. Hence, we're here today having this conversation.
Well, yes. What happened is because, obviously you can't have 35% of a city streetlights working because it's a well-known fact. If you have well-lit areas, crime is reduced. So we aggressively started a program to fix the vast majority of streetlights in November. And since then, we fixed over 82,000 streetlights. So we went from 35% to 85%. But now it's going to take us a bit longer to move from 85 to 95. Reason being, in 4 of our 7 regions, we found out there's a lot of vandalism. So what people do, the metal streetlight poles, they saw down and they sell it as scrap. So we started 2 months ago a capital project whereby we're replacing those poles with concrete and wooden poles.
Yeah, and I suppose that is a call for concern, because does it not mean that it takes your work almost a step backwards? Therefore, what's the awareness that you're raising with some of the community members so that when you fix street lights, they're not subsequently then vandalized?
Yes, look, we do engage with the communities. In the regions I mentioned, there are a large number of informal settlements, and as you know, that in informal settlements, a high percentage of people living there are unemployed. And people are using whatever means, including illegal means, to make a living, unfortunately. And we just have to continue driving the message that in so doing, they're causing great harm. They're causing crime to increase in the city.
Yeah, and I was about to ask you, Mayor, in terms of the effects of crime due to this lack of maintenance to streetlights, or perhaps even when maintained, then they equally then vandalized. Any reports that you've received in terms of the increase of crime due to lack of streetlights operating?
Look, there are a number of factors. Definitely, streetlights is one of those factors, and we definitely aim to have more than 95% of the street lights lit all the time and maintain the 95% rate. But in addition to that, you need to have proper policing in place. That's very important. So we also, for example, in the CBD, have a dedicated inner city unit of 100 TMPD Tshwane Metro policemen in place to provide security as well. And we're even going further than that. In the CBD, we will also be installing surveillance cameras. So it's a number of factors that will help us to drive down the crime numbers.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Tshwane Mayor, Mr. Randall Williams, thank you so much for talking to us.